Hey, so today I'm going to be showing you how to make a doll stand for L.O.L surprise dolls like this. Because L.O.L surprise dolls, they kind of come with stands because it's built into their ball, but the stands built into the balls are you have to have this giant half ball if you want them to stand up. And they don't, let me just show you, they don't stand on their own very well. Oh, I got it. Whatever, they don't stand very well on their own. It's super wobbly and it's really hard to get the right balance. So that's why we decided to make these DIY stands with clear bottoms so that it doesn't even look like there's much going on. You can barely even see the clear bottom. If I put my hand behind it, you can see it easier. Kind of. I mean, can you? It's there. Anyway, yeah, so let's just jump into everything you're going to need. So just let me move this. First thing you're going to need is some clear plastic from a doll package. Yeah, this is a Wonder Woman doll package. Yeah. A paper clip, and obviously the doll that you are making the stand for. So, first of all, just let me grab my scissors. You're also going to need scissors. Alright, so then what you're going to do is you're going to take your scissors, cut out a piece of this clear plastic right here. I'll just do that. Great. Alright there, so here's our piece of clear plastic. It should be big enough for the doll to stand on. Yeah, that's good. You can actually see the plastic. You might not need it this big, but I like to make it a little bit oversized so that afterwards, if I need to, I can cut it down a little bit. So now, take the paper clip, which is going to be the main part of this. Of course, if you don't want to use a paper clip, you can also use other types of wire, but it has to be strong enough. And I find that paper clips, this one is particularly hard to bend, so they hold their shape pretty well. And yet they're still flexible. So now what you're going to do is take this, unbend it. And then, right here, fold this up. There. Okay, there. I think that's how it's done. And there, that's where you're going to glue it with I forgot to mention, hot glue is also needed. Very important to know. Alright, so now you got this. It's the basic stand idea. And now you're going to take your doll. And what you probably know about L.O.Ls, if you didn't know this, well then, FYI, L.O.L dolls, their heads come off their bodies very easily. I mean, it's just a simple ball joint. It's very simple. And they go back on just as easily. Bam. Perfect. So, if you are worried, if you're wondering that if you do that enough, will their heads have bobblehead syndrome, which is where their head's so loose, if you shake them around, they'll roll around like a bobblehead? No, this has not been a problem for me. It's just the heads pop up, they go back on, they're exactly like normal. That head's not moving around unless you make it move around. Yeah. Anywho, so now what we're going to do is take off the doll's head and wrap this part around the body. For this, it really, gives your fingers a workout. So, you might need, pliers. Yeah, there. And so then, if you look at the wire, I make it bend in a little bit from the lip. That helps it get a bit more support on her. And look, if you set it up, now, look at this. She's always falling that way because all the support's on this side. Move it like this. Now, you should get it so that the body will stand up without the head on its own, not attached to the plastic. So now, make sure that you can attach the head and that the wire's not getting in the way. Now, if you look, she's a bit more wobbly. That's where the plastic comes in hand, the clear plastic. What we're going to do is we're going to put some glue, hot glue along the edge of this. I suppose you could use other glue, but I find hot glue, it's the easiest to use because it dries so fast. Now you're just going to hot glue the wire bar, make sure you don't get it on the doll's shoes, to the base. So I'll go do that and be right back. Peace out. Whatever. Anyway, I've got my hot glue on there. Be careful, don't get hot glue on the doll. Also, warning, woo, 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 warning. Oh, are you okay? Okay, good. Anywho, the warning is, if you don't have like paper clips that are coated like I do, let me just grab one from my bin of paper clips. Okay, so if you have a paper clip like kind of like this that doesn't really have any coating on it, then you should be very careful when putting hot glue on it, because that paper clip would probably most likely be metal, and metal gets really hot when you put a hot glue gun on it, so be super careful and always have adult supervision. Okay, great. Anyways, yeah, and if you wanted to, you could always just trim down this plastic a little bit. Unless your doll needs the plastic to stand her up, but mine doesn't really need it. Trim it up a little bit. There we go. And these plastic shavings can be like pretty sharp, so be very careful with them. Yeah. And if you want it to be removable like this one I showed you earlier all you need to do, just take off her head. Like if you look right now, it ain't coming off. If you don't want it to be removable, you can leave it like that. But if you want it to be removable, you can kind of loosen it up a little bit, and then, oh, broke my nail. Anywho, you can just kind of loosen it up a little bit, and then get her out of that. Of course, if you make it loose enough to be removable, it'll still go back on easy peasy. Like, with this particular one, I have to tighten her up a little bit after I remove it and put it back on because it's just super loose. Anyway, yeah, there we go. Ta-da! DIY doll stands. Ta-da! For L.O.Ls. Okay, ready? Peace out!